The third inflection point in any B2B sales process is when the buyer takes ownership of our solution in front of us. In the first two inflection points, when we're helping the buyer internalize the problem that they seek to solve or the goal they hope to achieve, and helping them internalize the value of making a change, we're not talking about our product. It has nothing to do with our product. This third inflection point, having them take ownership of the product, is all about your solution. So this typically occurs for most companies in demonstrations. And there's 2 points I want to make about demonstrations, at least at this high level. The first is that we should focus on the 3 to 5 value drivers that are most important to the buyer. And you've learned that if you've done the right questioning in helping them internalize the problem and helping them internalize the value of solving the problem. So the things that you show in your system should really be focused only on that. You know, ticket to play items, here's how we navigate through the system, let me show you this cool feature that isn't relevant to them. Ignore that. Just don't even, it's not worth the time. What you want to do is you want to focus on the things that are of the highest value. And then as you demonstrate those value drivers, you want to ask verification questions. Now, the question that I most often hear from sales engineers or people doing demos is they show a feature and they say, well, do you have any questions? And the buyer will say yeah or no. They don't have that doesn't elicit any valuable information from me. Do you have any questions? Instead, what I recommend is you use verification questions. So I show a feature and then I ask, react to what I just showed you. Or tell me how this is different than what you're doing today. Or how is this better? Or what would these capabilities mean to your organization if you were able to implement them? All of those questions are meant to open them up and to also give us an insight into how they're thinking about the product. And when I talk about taking ownership, the way that manifests in a demonstration is when you hear the buyer say, oh, I see how you're going to be able to help me solve for X. Or, oh, if we're able to do this, then we're going to be able to achieve Y. That is taking ownership. And we want to facilitate that discussion among the group, because generally there is there's a team that's evaluating the solution. We want to facilitate that discussion to allow them to take maximum ownership of the solution right in front of our eyes. So if we do that, focus on the value drivers and ask verification questions, we stand the best chance to get them to take ownership of the solution. And if they take ownership of the solution, you're likely going to get the deal.